What kind of siding is on the outside of your house? Or what about the insulation between your walls? Probably never thought about that very much before, but fire experts say it could make a huge difference in how quickly a fire spreads.
They can't get there until it's too late.
Loudoun County 911, what is your emergency?
It's the fire that changed everything for Loudoun County's fire chief.
The house next to us is on fire.
A cigarette on the back deck lit a flame that spread so quickly.
They got heavy fire through the attic.
The fire was already in the attic within the 10 minutes it took fire trucks to arrive.
Visibility is 0.
Firefighters raced inside. But within minutes, the fire flashed over the entire floor, trapping them on the second story.
All units evacuate the building immediately.
You might not be able to get out because the way we're seeing materials burn.
Chief Keith Brower says 4 firefighters survived but were badly burned that day. He worries fires like this are becoming more common because of a combination of vinyl siding and modern-day insulation.
We can't get there in time.
Chief Brower showed us picture after picture of recent external fires in Virginia, he says involved homes clad in vinyl siding and energy-efficient insulation. Steve Kerber at Underwriters Laboratories conducted a 2-year, $1 million study of all the different types of siding and insulation used in modern-day construction to see how long it would take a small outdoor fire, like a flame from a grill or an unattended cigarette, to turn into a dangerous attic fire.
Typically, there are not smoke alarms or sprinklers in that attic space, so you can have a fire developing over top of your ceiling and not realize it's there until the ceiling drops down.
But his study found a fire next to vinyl siding and spray foam insulation could reach into the attic in less than 11 minutes.
It starts to melt and move, exposing the foam behind it.
While the combination of vinyl siding and half-inch polystyrene foam board became a fully engulfed attic fire in their study in just 1 minute and 51 seconds. That's less than the amount of time you've been watching this story.
Vinyl siding does not contribute to the rapid spread of fires.
Kate Offringa is the president of the Vinyl Siding Institute and says it's a safe product.
The UL research project is a flawed study, and at least 6 trade associations, including the National Association of Home Builders, have expressed concerns to UL about the methodology, some bad science, some unrealistic conditions that are included in the study.
Her group says UL used a type of plywood not commonly used in most home construction in unrealistic scenarios such as a high-energy ignition source, similar to a gas grill being pushed directly up against a house.
What about this idea, though, that vinyl siding melts? Is that true?
It does melt at certain temperatures. It will actually melt and fall away even before it will ignite.
EPS Industry Alliance represents companies producing polystyrene foam board and says we are aware of very few residential fires involving polystyrene foam insulation, and when properly installed and used in code-approved applications, polystyrene insulation is a safe material. The EPS tells the I-Team the UL report is a self-proclaimed research project representing non-standardized test methodologies to help firefighters understand the fire dynamics in these unique scenarios, but would welcome the opportunity to work with UL to identify appropriate test protocols for foam plastics insulation. Kerber says they stand by their study, hoping it will help firefighters develop new techniques to battle these blazes.
What they're arriving to today is very different than what it was in the past.
The vinyl siding industry says less than 4% of fires start outside the home. But fire experts say it is critical that you never put a grill near your home and keep mulch and other flammable materials at least 1.5 feet away from the side of your house, no matter what type of siding you use. Tisha Thompson, News 4 I-Team.